Hey Box Elder, we are so excited to have you back again next year, and we are going to go over some information to help ensure that you are filling out your course request forms correctly so that you get the classes that you want next year. So sophomores, you will be filling out the yellow form, and juniors, yours will be pink. This green paper in your packet has instructions and resources for you to fill out your forms correctly. You'll have a credit eval, which has all the classes that you've taken up to this point so that you know what classes you need towards graduation. Juniors, you had an individual PCCR meeting with your counselors, so that form is in there of what we filled out together, and that will help you to know what classes you need for next year to make sure that you are progressing towards graduation. Sophomores, we've created this blue paper for you to know what classes are needed for next year to make sure that you are making progress towards graduation. This pink paper has information on specialty classes and signature classes, and I'll go more in depth on that in a little bit, but that's what that pink one's got on there. And remember that these are due Friday to your first hour teacher. If you don't have a first hour teacher, you can turn it into the main office, but please have these filled out and ready to go Friday first hour so that you can make sure that you get the classes that you want for next year. So let's talk about filling out your form, what you need on your form. You need 18 boxes filled in. That's that far left box of each column that you'll fill in completely so that there's no question when they're filling in or entering the classes of whether you want that class or not. So make sure that you get that box totally filled in, and there's 18 of those boxes filled in. Be aware that there are some classes like Bridgerland classes that, or internships, different classes like that that are count as 2 boxes. So when you're counting up your 18, make sure that you're counting those into that so that you're not overfilling your form. The alternate and drop boxes look like this, and they will, the alternates will be in addition to your 18 classes. You'll pick 4 more on top of those and fill in the course number right here and the course title right here. And that will help if there is an issue with your schedule, that whether it's a conflict or something is happening with your schedule, that those classes could be inserted to help give you a complete schedule. The drop classes are one of your 18 classes that you would be willing to drop if there is an issue with your schedule, or if you make a tryout or an audition class. Those ones are the ones that will be dropped to add in the class like madrigals or cheer. So you'll notice on your form on the right hand side there's a SIG, and that means that that class requires a signature. You'll find who you need a signature form on the pink paper. So if I want to do an internship, I need to talk to Mr. Roberts to sign my paper. Or if I want to do yearbook, Mrs. Sparks in the library will sign that for me. And they'll sign right on your form so that you can get that all turned in. Next to that is a Y if there is a prerequisite for that class. So to find out what the prerequisite is for a class, I'll go to the school's website under course offerings and click on course descriptions. That will open up the course descriptions book, and I can just hit Control F and type in the name of the class, and that will bring up the course description, which includes the prerequisite for the class. So for Music 1010, I need a 3.0 GPA in order to take that class. Sometimes a prerequisite is another class that I have had to pass in order to take the next class. So be sure that you're checking out what the prerequisites are to make sure that you are eligible to sign up for that class. So in case you forgot, these forms are due Friday to your first hour teacher. Let's go a little bit more in depth on the specialty classes. So audition, tryout classes, classes that you have to be elected for, like student government, those classes will not be on your course request form. So you'll select 18 other classes, and then that's where those drop classes come into play, where you'll select the 3 classes that you want dropped, or 1, depending on what you want to do. So if I try out for volleyball and make the team, then they'll look at that drop class and drop that class and put in the volleyball class for me, or madrigals or stage tech, whatever the class may be. Track is one that will be on your course request form, so that one you can select. Concurrent enrollment is on the form and you'll be able to select that. Just note that you do have to have a 3.0 GPA. Before you take the class next year, you'll need to fill out an application on the concurrent website of USU or Weber State. There is an application fee, as well as you need to pay tuition. If you are a first-generation college student, we do have a scholarship that will cover those fees. So come talk to your counselor if that is applicable to you, and we'll get you the form for that. Bridgerland is on the sheet, and you'll be able to select those as part of your 18 courses. Just make sure that you are counting those as multiple classes. So classes at Brigham City take up 2 spots. Logan takes up 3. So juniors, you're able to go to the Brigham City campus. Seniors, you can go to Logan or Brigham City campus. There is a bus that takes you to the Logan campus, and the Brigham City campus, you do need to have your own transportation too. So some options for seniors only at the bottom of that pink paper. Let's go talk about those ones. So for TA, you'll get a little green card from the teacher that you want a TA for, and fill that out and then staple it to your course request, and that will count as one of your 18 courses. If you want to be an office aide, that will be available to mark on your form. Just make sure that you don't have any U's so that you can do office aide. Internship is on your form. That one requires a signature. You do need to have your own transportation to your intern site. So if you have any questions about that, talk to Mr. Roberts. Parent release is not on the form for you to select. So you'll select your 18 other classes that you'd like to take. And then in August, when the class change window opens, you'll rearrange your schedule so that you get those classes that you want to drop where you want your parent releases. You'll come get a parent release form from the counseling office, fill that out, get it signed, and turn that back in, and your counselor will approve your parent releases and put those in your schedule. So that way we can check to make sure that you're on track for graduation before granting those parent releases. For early grad, that won't be on the form. You'll select 18 courses as if you are coming all next year, and then you'll work with your counselor to make sure that you are on track for early graduation. When the class change window opens in August, make sure that you are putting those needed graduation classes in the trimesters before you early grad so that you can have those ready to go at the beginning of the year. So these are due Friday. First hour teacher, if you don't have a first hour teacher, turn them into the main office. Be sure to have 18 courses selected, all your signatures on there, your 4 alternates, and 3 drop classes, so that if there's any issues over the summer with your schedule, those can be fixed with those drop and alternate options. So good luck filling these out, and we are so excited to have you back in the Hive next year.